going to be use of these devices. These are trainers, so there are no sharps in them, so no one's going to get hurt. But these are replicas of two different products that are out there at the moment for anaphylaxis. This is the Epipen, and it's the newer version of the Epipen, and the Anaphylaxis. In Australia, these are the two products that you can get for the treatment of anaphylaxis. So just on anaphylaxis, anaphylaxis is an extreme allergic reaction. It involves the airway, it involves the throat, it involves the tissue in and around the entire body, and it's that involvement around the throat and the airway that is why it's such a concern. The airway can close over, occasionally can lose consciousness, and they can eventually die. So the treatment that we use is it's very quick, and it's these sorts of devices. It's an adrenalin auto-injector, so they're the two models we've got. And I'll just quickly go through them. As I said, these are both on the market at the moment. They contain the same substance. They work in very similar ways, but the way of activating them is a little bit different. Irrespective of which one you should get, if you have a patient who is suffering anaphylaxis, the first thing you should do is read the instructions. Both have instructions on the side of them. They also have a little viewing window. You can have a look, inspect the fluid, make sure that the fluid inside is clear and that it's free of anything that's floating in it, so any debris. Also make sure that it is in date. Okay, so these also come in two colours. The green one is for children under the age of 5, and the yellow one, or the orangey coloured one, is for 5 and over. Okay. Anyway, we'll just talk about this one. This is the Epipen. It's been in Australia and on the market for quite a long time. This is a newer version, but the mechanism is still the same. As I said, read the instructions. It will take you step by step through it. The first thing that you do is you remove the safety cap. Okay, it is now armed. When you hold the Epipen, the position that you should hold it is actually that way, with your thumb wrapped around the front or around the side of it. And I'll tell you why in a second, but that's the way you hold it. Okay. It has a needle that's spring-loaded, and so it goes against the side of the leg of the patient, and when you press it in, you'll hear that click. That click will activate the needle that's inside it, and they will be injected. You hold it there for 10 to 15 seconds, okay? Remove it, and you give it a bit of a rub. You would have noticed on this that this bit here actually came out. This is a needle guard, so it covers the needle after that person's had the injection. So this is now a needless or a safer unit. You don't have that sharp to deal with. So you give it a rub afterwards, just to help the adrenaline go in. And you've given your first injection. You write the time that you gave it, and this goes off with the casualty. Okay. Most people who suffer anaphylaxis may carry one of these. If they have not responded within 5 minutes, you can give a second one. Okay, but most only carry one. But that's just something to keep in mind, that after 5 minutes you can give a second one. As I said before, I'll just tell you why we put our thumb around the front. Let's bring on this one. Right, the reason that you put your thumb around the front is what does happen and can happen is people take off the little blue cap at the end, they have a look and they go, there's the hole. At the end, that must be the bit that the needle comes through. So you can imagine if that's the case and they jab themselves like that, the needle will actually go into their thumb. And while it may seem hilarious, adrenaline does constrict your blood vessels. And they can actually suffer something like frostbite in their thumb. They can lose their thumb from an injection of adrenaline into their thumb. So it may seem hilarious, but it's actually quite serious. So I guess the thing is, when you're using these devices, or this device in particular, it's important to wrap your thumb around the front just to get into that habit. The other one that's out in the market at the moment is this. This is the Anaphylaxis. Again, it's a trained version. And as I said before, it's got its instructions down the side. So just read the instructions, make sure that you understand how it works. Again, make sure the fluid inside is clear, free of any debris. This one's a little different. It has a bit here which actually says needle end, which is a good hint. And it also has a needle guard down here. The first thing you do is you take the needle guard out, okay, and you place it on a surface a bit like that. sitting it down. Okay, this here is basically a firing inhibitor or some sort of thing like that. It locks it in place. You remove the grey cap from the end, place it against the leg, and you press the red button. Okay, it will click exactly like that. Okay, again, wait 10-15 seconds, take it out, give it a rub, just to help the adrenaline go into the system. This one you do put your thumb on top. Now, the reason that we take that off and we place it on the table in that position is that when you're done, you will have a sharp, you will have a needle exposed. You take this is on the table, not your hand, but you would take this and you slide that back over the top, and that will actually make it safe. Again, you write the time that you gave it, that goes off with the casualty to the hospital. If they have no response within 5 minutes, you can repeat that again. Okay. Yeah, anyone got any questions on that?
If they're wearing thick clothing, can it go through their pants, or do you have to?
Yeah, what happens with these is that the needle's actually strong enough that it will go through jeans, which is probably the thickest sort of material most people would wear. The only thing that you should be mindful of is not to place it on the seam of the jeans, but it will go through jeans.
Why do you give it in the leg and not the arm, noting that the arm is closest to the arm?
It's just a larger muscle, and this comes in it comes in bulk, so you get a lot of fluid in a very short time. You've got a lot more muscle mass for it to actually be absorbed into.